Yo, 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 what's up? What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. We're playing Madden NFL 22 on Next Gen PS5. Guys, go ahead on and like this video, man. It's about to go down right now. It's about to be a very, very interesting video. So, gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy it, man. Please like this video to support it, man. Really appreciate it. And also subscribe. Right now, what we doing in this video, man, we about to play with the Chicago Bears against some of the top NFL teams in the league right now. Pretty good offense and defensive team. So the Bears right now, I mean, check out their overall. I think they're 81 overall. That's enough for me, man. We going with a rookie quarterback. Yeah, they're 81 overall in Madden 22. And right now we going against, I don't know, I'm just going to pick any random team to play with against. So maybe we should start off with the Buccaneers because they got I think they're the highest overall team in Madden NFL 22. I don't know in the league, in real life. Got the Saints, 85. The Ravens are 85, coming in at 85. So their defense is pretty strong. Their offense look pretty good. Yeah, man, we play against the Packers. We play against the Ravens. We'll play against any team you guys request me to play against. We'll play against the San Francisco 49ers. We'll play against the Baltimore Ravens. Doesn't really matter, man. But I'm gonna break off into this game. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get it started. I'm not going to do too much commentary. I'm going to just let the gameplay speak for itself. And you guys can subscribe if you want to. I appreciate that. All right, let's get this game started, man. The Chicago Bears, Justin Fields coming in, stepping out on the field, looking pretty good. Versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady. They won the championship last year. Well, I think it's this year they won the championship, but you know what I'm trying to say. We about to face off right now, man. It's about to be a good game. Let's get it started.
Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To return is Jadon Mickens. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And we get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, and most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Brady on target to Gronk. First down, Buccaneers. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Completes it to Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Demir Berg. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. To Montgomery to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down and 4. Fields. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fields on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Levante David in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season. There's another one there, this time for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 6 yards left on second down. Here's Fields. Touchdown Bears. Marquise Goodwin from 13 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Mickens. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And, oh, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a return. He did everything but take it to the house.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run here with Bernard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Giovanni Bernard punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. On first down, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies at the 6.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, team. Big series right here.
Fields throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it.
Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney. In the end zone, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. These 2 teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
Oh, man. EA cheating now. Threw the ball over the defender. Throw it over. Come on, man.
Defense was hoping for an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He's got Gronkowski yet again. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is down to 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Fields. Man open, it's Goodwin. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A goal, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. They snap it to Fields. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They'll run with Montgomery. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. To throw is Fields. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Mickens. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Let's go!
So here's Brady and the Bucs. Down 24-14. A little over 20 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
All right. One down, couple more to go. We just defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we defeated them. I'm pleased with that game. Now on to the next. Let's see, who should I play next? Any guys, anybody out there, want to suggest who I play next? Who you want me to see? Who you want me to play next, man? Who you want to see me play next? Let me know, man. If not, I'm just gonna play some. I'm just gonna randomly to select somebody. But let me get the Bears, and we can start this thing over again. I'm gonna play a good. Let's play the Chiefs. Why not, man? They're another powerful team. Let's play the Chiefs.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chiefs and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
Another big year from arguably the best quarterback in the NFL. And while we enjoy his excellence, let's not take it for granted. He threw for over 4,700 yards, second only to Deshaun Watson, 38 touchdown passes, and led the Chiefs back to the Super Bowl while completing a career-high 66% of his passes. He did have a toe injury during the playoffs that hobbled him, and he had off-season surgery to correct that. We expect this guy to continue to be magnificent.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mike Burton taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft. Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And just a few years after the Bears made a big move at quarterback, taking Mitchell Trubisky, they did it again this year, moving from number 20 to number 11 in the draft to select Justin Fields out of Ohio State. This offense was just 26 in total yardage last year, so they needed some production. Justin Fields, 63 touchdown passes his last 2 years at Ohio State. They're expecting him to be their guy for the future.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to throw. Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Charles first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. Coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like
he's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Fields. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, fellas.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of... The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The limited running room is he'll get about 3 to the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Fields.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. That one looks like he'll throw here. His pass caught at the 4. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Fields. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 16. Just over 1:40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Finding Hardman, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Mahomes will throw. A gain there of 21 yards. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Working with a 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step one, the touchdown. You need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And all the Chiefs have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Wow, that was close, man. That was real close. I got to give it to the Chiefs. They was driving back in the end, but the defense hold them up. Man, that was close. That was a good game. Really good game.
You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still.
Yeah, we did pretty good. I'm pleased with that game. No doubt. On to the next team. I believe I'm about to play the Rams. Not the Rams, but the Ravens. We'll play the Ravens. I need a challenging team out there, man. Get this Raven game started. Let's play the Ravens. Let's look at the Ravens overall. I think they're 89, 88 overall this year in Madden. The Ravens, 88, 89. Yeah, 88. Baltimore Ravens. Let's get this game started, man.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Bears. Coming up next.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and this one will be brought back to the 22. And the Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. No score after one on EA Sports.
They ain't ready for us.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 40 now on second down. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. On second down and 4, Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Being chased out left. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah. The only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jackson will throw again. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Yo, what's up, Michael? Good to have you back, man. You missed the first 2 games. We played against the Buccaneers, and who else we played against? Played against the Buccaneers, and we played against the other team is the Chiefs. Oh. Right now, we playing against the Ravens, so.
And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we come up an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Bears offense set to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way. And able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the 1st half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, Fields. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery getting in from a yard out as the Bears push further out in front.
And that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And the Ravens taking the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw again is Jackson.
Connecting with Andrews.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. That is incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Jackson.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here's Jackson.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Jackson.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing, Jackson.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive.
What do that mean?
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive,
What that mean?
and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go tilted, did he?
Oh, okay, cool. That's what it means. Okay, I got you, man.
Go out and play and extend the lead, and that's what he did.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. They'll try and throw for it. Just keeping the play alive. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The return is Duvernay.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise,
that's caught at the 25. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One last shot for Jackson. Looking for the end zone.
The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
This is Joe Natson. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet. 26 touchdown passes, cut way down on his turn.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because they'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
They'll go screen here to Hunt. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35.
And unfortunately, in 2020, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in Week 7. The Browns still made the playoffs. But, boy, if they had him around, they're thinking about a much deeper run. A good grab there.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive this afternoon results in 3. Not sure that that's a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
Fields on first down.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will hold the football.
What's wrong with these doggone Browns, man? They pissing me off, man. Pissing me off, yo. What's wrong with them, man?
Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Talking about, boy, what's wrong with them Browns, man? I don't know who I am, man. They want to step it up a little bit. I'm going to step it up too, man. They want to step it up to the next level. Let's go. Let's go.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. JoJo Natson now on the return. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. There's Beckham. Great grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, third down here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive team, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
3rd and 2, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
Marquise Goodwin from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now Mayfield and the Browns down by 10. A minute 54 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Pass complete to Higgins.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Baker.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now Mayfield.
It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Mayfield to throw.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Mayfield.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mayfield. Looks toward the sideline. Higgins making the catch.
Not much there, only a yard.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic
for not much gain than what we just saw there. Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.